More than 50 years ago, it became clear to the government officials then that something needed to revitalize White Plains. It led to undertaking of the largest urban renewal project in this region. A keystone of that plan was the development of the 900,000 square foot Galleria Mall, wrapped around 2 city parking structures and consisting of national brand department stores as its anchors at both ends. I think we can all agree that this great idea decades ago no longer works in the city which surrounds it. The market for the retail no longer exists. The large anchor department stores, for the most part, are out of business. The mall is now vacant and an eyesore which cuts off the traffic hub from the downtown. Redevelopment is a necessity. Ariel Bank and Pacific Retail took over this site in 2016. Ariel Bank is headquartered in Wiesbaden, Germany, and is a leading international property specialist providing financing, software products, and digital solutions throughout Europe, North America, and Asia Pacific. Pacific Retail Capital Partners is one of the nation's premier operators of retail-led properties with more than 25 million square feet and $3 billion of assets under management. They lead the redevelopment team with Ariel Bank starting in 2016. In October of 2022, from the market, when it became clear that the project needed a residential component and other additional commercial expertise, Ariel Bank reached out and made a deal with SL Green, the owner of a portfolio of 34 million square feet, as well as the Capelli organization, who has a rich history in this city and local knowledge. The plan calls for the demolition of the existing vacant mall, excavation and cleanup of any environmental contamination on the site, building the necessary parking underground, which will permit us to build a spectacular mixed-use city neighborhood with vibrant pedestrian plazas, energized streetscapes, nearly 50% open space, a 1/4 of a mile long garden promenade with park parks, plazas, dog parks, residential rooftop gardens, outdoor event spaces, and public art. We will build market-rate residences in 6 iconic towers of varying heights with 1 mid-rise building ranging from 9 to 41 stories to maximize view corridors and create a light-filled and landscaped oasis. We will build hundreds of affordable homes, wonderful new retail, restaurants, a food hall, fitness spaces, a grocery store, and entertainment for all residents of and visitors to this city to enjoy. Just as importantly, this project is consistent with the city's strategic plan to expand transit-oriented housing options and to connect the downtown to the transit hub.
There's a lot to talk about with density and height. I'm not going to get into it tonight, but that's, again, right now we're at enclosed malls, so every story we go above that, there's things we like to see for our city. One thing that I don't think has been touched on is affordable housing. And so we require in our city 12% affordable housing. I think this is an opportunity when we start talking about height and density to see that something comes back. And that's something, to me, would include additional affordable housing. Because this, to me, is a city of all kinds of people. And, my great-grandmother moved here when her phone number was 4 digits. And I have spent a lot of my childhood down here because my family was here. And it has always been a city with all kinds of people and all levels of income. And we are now in a situation where the region, the country, is in this incredible inflation in terms of the cost of housing. And it's challenging viability. We have built a lot of housing here. We've built a lot of affordable housing, but we're a supplier for the region, in effect. And I think that this project has to be, this is going to be the one that we point to that tipped the scales. That's the way I made a big difference. That's the way I look at this. Or we could just do a new mall, and maybe have it a little bit nicer. I think we all have an opportunity to do something here. And I think what I'm hearing from my colleagues, and what I hope you're hearing from me, is not tearing this up and throwing it in the garbage, but saying we have a lot of ideas, and we live here, and we work here, and we have spent a lot of time on this type of thing, and we want to work with you on this to make sure that the outcome is something that everybody in the city can be proud of and everybody can benefit from. So I was thinking, well, maybe we won't comment, and then look what happened.